welcome on in everybody. I am Kenzie with Gypsy Yoga by Kenzie. Today I am going to show you the simple 20-minute morning wake-up routine that you can do to just waken up your body in the early morning. Maybe doing it after you drink your coffee or doing it while you drink your coffee. Maybe you want to do it as soon as you get out of bed. This is just a really nice sequence that'll just really loosen up your body because we wake up and our bodies are so stiff from sleeping after 8 or more hours. I am in the very south corner of Utah right now. We have been here for about 2 weeks and it's so beautiful. It's the Beaver Dam Conservation Area and you can see behind me the mountains are just stunning, and it has been snowing the past few days and rainy, and it's finally beautiful weather. So I'm so excited to show you this morning sequence out here in the nice sunshine. After you do this sequence, let me know in the comments how it made you feel. Maybe you wake up in the morning and you're really stiff and maybe this really opened you up, or maybe it didn't. So just let me know. After you do this sequence, let me know how you felt, if it really did loosen up your body. Go ahead, grab your mat, and I'll meet you on the mat in hero pose. Before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know that I am adding a video onto my YouTube weekly schedule. So I will release 2 videos a week now, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. So starting in hero pose. Hero pose is with your knees together, spreading your feet wide, moving your calves out of the way, and sitting back onto the floor. If you can, try and touch your bottom to the ground. I like to put a blanket underneath my ankles and my knees. It just gives it some comfort. Scoot to your heels as close as you can to the outsides of your thighs here. So you're just in between. If this is too much on your knees, you can go ahead and grab a block and sit up on the block with the same posture, keeping your knees together as much as possible, or just fold a blanket up more and sit on top of the blanket. So take your gaze down to the ground or close your eyes completely. Lift your chest, straight spine. Setting an intention here for the day. We are doing a morning wake-up routine. It's going to be nice and an easy, relaxing flow to loosen up our bodies. So set your intention on how you want to begin your day, where you want to be, how you want to breathe, how you want to feel throughout the day. And during your practice this morning, just take that and set your intention to do it. So finding that breath. If you are familiar with Ujjayi breath, which is as if you're fogging up a mirror, that sound in the back of your throat and the warmness, you want to keep that when you inhale and exhale through your nose. Nice and steady breaths. Fill your tummy with that air when you inhale. And as you exhale, empty it fully. I love doing yoga outside in the mornings. I don't know about you guys, or maybe somewhere in your house, next to a window. Okay, move into a tabletop position. Maybe taking the blanket under your knees for support. Knees directly beneath your hips. Knees are hip-width distance apart. Fingers are spread wide on the mat, wrists are directly beneath your shoulders. When you inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, pull your navel to your spine up into the sky, and tuck your tailbone in for a cat. As you exhale, Tilt your pelvis forward, sending your stomach to the ground, lifting your chest high in the air as your chin follows. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Stomach to the sky, tuck your tailbone in. Exhale, tilt your pelvis forward, sending your stomach to the ground, lifting your chest through your shoulders high in the air for a cow. Inhale, chin to chest, stomach to sky, cat. Exhale, stomach to ground, tilting your pelvis forward, chest high in the air. One more cat, chin to chest, stomach high in the air. Really broadening your shoulder blades here, just feeling that stretch in the back of your back. All right, inhale it back to a neutral tabletop position. Take some natural movement here. I've been really enjoying this movement. Swing your left hip to the left and look over your shoulder to your left hip. And then do it to the right side. Swing your right hip to the right and look to your right hip. It's kind of like wagging your tail and then stretching your neck at the same time. It feels really good. Okay, go ahead and move your hands about an inch in front. Fingers are spread wide, toes are tucked, pressing into the mat with your hands and feet, lifting your hips high in the air, keeping your knees deeply bent, sending your chest to your thighs. For your warm-up down dog, go ahead and pedal your feet here. Warming up the back of your legs, pressing the mat away from you with your hands. Externally rotating your shoulders. Tucking your lower ribs in. One last breath. On your next inhale, look towards your hands and gently just step it forward to the front of your mat for a forward fold. Just hang here for 3 breaths. Hang heavy. Let your feet really ground into the floor. Don't let your shoulders hang in your ears. Take your hands to your opposite elbows and just kind of ragdoll it. This should feel really good on your lower back. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins. Lengthen your spine through the crown of your head for a half lift. Exhale, slide your hands back down for another forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up all the way to the top. Hands touching at the very top. Exhale them down in front of your heart. Finding your mountain pose, grounding into the ground with your feet, balancing through all corners, pulling up through your core, rolling your shoulders back. Finding your breath. Inhale your hands up above your head. On your reach the top, just kind of give yourself a nice back bend here, reaching towards the back. It feels so good. On your exhale, swan dive your hands forward for a forward fold. On your inhale, half lift, hands on shins, lengthen through the crown of your head. On your exhale, plant your hands to the ground, step it back for your first plank. You can also do modified plank. So pulling up through your core, pushing the ground away from you, broadening your shoulder blades. Wrists are directly beneath your shoulders, pushing into your heels. Inhale, roll forward on your toes. On your exhale, you can drop your knees, bending your elbows, keeping them at your rib cage, taking your nose to the ground. Exhale, push up cobra, or all the way up into up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back into a tabletop or a downward dog. Staying with this downward dog for 5 breaths. Pushing the mat away from you. Keeping your knees bent if you need to, so you get that forward tilt of the pelvis. Your ears are directly in line with your arms. Inhale, look at your hands. This time you can still walk gently, float, maybe a slight hop to the front of your mat for a forward fold. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins for a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, hands touch at the top. Exhale them down in front of your heart. This is Surya Namaskar A. So in Salutation A, it just feels so good to do it in the morning to wake up your body. Inhale your hands up. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Give yourself a nice slight back bend. Exhale them down for a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the ground, step it back for a plank position. Forward on your toes. Exhale, bending at your elbows, dropping your nose to the ground. Inhale, up cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, push it back, downward dog. 5 breaths here in down dog. This is actually a resting pose, guys, but it also feels so good to kind of have that slight inversion, sending all that blood to your head, especially in the morning. On your next inhale, look at your hands. Walk, step, or slightly jump to the front of your mat for a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, touching hands at the top, exhaling them down in front of your heart for prayer. One more time, guys. We're gonna do this one a little bit faster. Inhale your hands up above your head. Give yourself a slight back bend. Oh, just reach. Exhale them down for a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant your hands, step it back for a plank position, whatever your plank is, modified. Inhale, roll forward on your toes. Exhale, drop your knees or drop it down, chaturanga. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, push it up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, push it back, downward dog, holding it for 5 breaths. Maybe you're a little bit deeper in this downward dog now. Don't focus too hard on trying to get your heels to the ground, as long as you have the correct upper body posture. Forward tilt of the pelvis, external rotation of the shoulders. On your next inhale, move your left foot to the center of the mat and inhale your right leg up above your head for 3-legged down dog. Exhale, bend your knee, bring it through in between your front hands, spinning your back foot flat. Exhale it up into a warrior 2, opening your hips to the left side of the mat. Your back leg is super strong, pressing into the mat with your heel, pulling up through your leg muscles. Your front leg, knee is directly above your ankle, toes are pointed to the front of the mat. Pulling up through your core, rolling your shoulders down. Hands are in a T and you're gazing over your front hands. 2 more breaths here in warrior 2. This is such a powerful pose in the morning. Doesn't it make you feel energetic? Beautiful, guys. So go ahead, keeping your legs where they are. Just lean over your front leg, taking your elbow to the tops of your thigh, reaching over your head with your left arm for an extended side angle. This feels so good for your side body in the morning. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Paying attention to your strong legs, pulling up through the core. One more breath. Beautiful. On your exhale, go ahead and cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot and push it back, plank position. Inhale, roll forward on your toes, and exhale, drop it down, chaturanga. Inhale, up cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, push it back, downward dog. One more breath here in downward dog. All right, step your right foot to the center of the mat. Inhale your left foot up, three-legged down dog. Hips are square to the mat. Exhale, bend your knee, pulling it through in between your front hands, spinning your back foot flat at a slight angle. Inhale, up, warrior two on the right side. In to the long end of the mat. Front toes are facing forward, knees directly above ankle. Pressing into the mat with your back heel, strong leg, no bent knee on the back leg. Hands are in a T, shoulders are rolled back. Gazing over your front fingers, holding this for 2 more breaths. Beautiful, guys. Keeping your legs right where they are. Inhale, bring your left elbow to the top of your left thigh, reaching over your head with your right arm for an extended side angle, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, getting that deep side body stretch. Balance comes from strong legs and pulling up through your core. One more breath here. On your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot and push it back into a plank position. Inhale, roll forward on your toes. Exhale, drop it down, chaturanga, nose to floor. Inhale, up cobra or up dog, pressing into the mat with the tops of your feet. Legs are super strong. Exhale, tuck your toes, push it back, downward dog. We're gonna hold this down dog for 5 breaths. Oh, our bodies are warming up now, aren't they? Maybe your ankles are popping a little bit. Don't let your bottom ribs flare out, so pull them in. Pulling up through your core still in down dog, even though it's a resting pose. On your next inhale, look at your hands. Walk, step, float, or jump to the front of the mat for a forward fold. We are almost there. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, lengthening through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, hands touch at top. Exhale them down in front of your heart. Notice how your body feels, guys. Maybe it's a little warm, maybe your heart's beating a little bit faster. Not too hard for the start of your day, just a little bit of a warm up. Inhale, sweep your arms up above your head, and exhale them back down in front of your heart. One more time, and when you exhale, let it all go. I love how that feels. So our balancing pose today is going to be tree pose. So finding your mountain pose, balancing between the corners of your feet, pulling up through your leg muscles, tucking your tailbone in slightly, pulling up through your core, rolling your shoulders back. Let's start in prayer. So hands in front of your heart. Put all of your weight in your right foot. Gently lifting your left foot above the ground, bending your knee and kickstanding it on your right ankle. Try and concentrate on balancing with your right leg here. All of the weight is in your right leg. So you can stay here for tree pose. If this is your tree pose, that is perfectly fine. Pay attention to your standing leg though. This is the key to your balancing pose. So keeping that standing leg super, super strong. If you want to lift your leg, you can lift it to your calf. Do not go to your knee. That is very dangerous and you can damage your knee badly. So go to your calf. But if you want to go higher, go ahead, grab your ankle and place it to the inside of your right thigh. paying attention to your hips. They are still square to the front of the mat. They are not down on either side. It's almost as if you're standing, but your leg just lifted. So find your tree pose, balancing with your standing leg, pulling up through your core. Find something in front of you, about 5 feet in front of you, and just focus on it. Find your Gypsy. If you found your balance in your tree pose, go ahead. If you're ready to grow your branches, you can come in cactus all the way up or stay in heart center. Really pulling up through your core here. Your standing leg is strong, no bent knee. Finding your breath, don't lose your breath. All right, guys, go ahead and release. Shake your legs out a little bit. All right, on to the other side. So finding your mountain pose again, finding that balance, hands at heart center, putting all your weight in your left leg, lifting your right foot off the ground, bending your knee, kickstanding it on your left ankle. You can stay here for your tree pose, or maybe if you want to go higher, take it to your calf. Focusing on your standing leg. This leg is super strong. And pulling up through your core. Hips do not move. If you want to go farther, go ahead and grab your ankle and put it into the inner of your left thigh. Find your Gypsy. If you have balance, you can go ahead and grow your branches. And go ahead and exhale, wiggling it out. Inhale your arms up above your head. On your exhale, go ahead and bend it forward for a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the ground. Lift your heels up off the ground, bending your knees, bringing your bottom to your heels for a yogi ball, dropping it down all the way to the ground on your back. I like to bring the blanket under my head for a pillow. Give yourself a nice big stretch, long, and as you exhale, bring your knees to your chest and hug them tightly, maybe rocking back and forth. Exhale long again. And on your inhale, bend your knees, planting your feet on the ground, taking your right ankle to your left knee and bringing it through to your chest, clasping your hands behind your thigh or on your shin, whatever feels comfortable for you for a figure four, making sure your shoulders are still on the ground. I'd like to use my elbow on my right thigh to really deepen into this stretch here into my hip. On your exhale, go ahead and release and switch your legs, bringing your hands through on your shin or on the back of your thigh, pressing my elbow into my left thigh and just stretching here. All right, go ahead and exhale it. Give yourself one last big hug and one last stretch. And find your final resting pose, whatever it may be, flat on your back, Supta Baddha Konasana. If you're near a wall, you can do legs up a wall. Place your hands on your stomach so you can feel your breath. Tuck your chin slightly to your chest. And sink heavy into the ground, relaxing every muscle in your body. Relaxing your eyebrows, your cheekbones, opening your jaw slightly. Coming to a steady breath. Relax your fingers, relax your legs. Let your feet just hang. Noticing how you feel. And having an awesome outlook of what the day holds in front of you. Your bodies are warmed up and ready to face the world. Feel free to stay here as long as you need, but if you're ready, go ahead and roll to either side in the fetal position, using your arm as a headrest, placing your other hand palm to the ground. Taking one last deep breath here and inflating your back ribs. Go ahead and try and using only your arms to lift you up to a seated position. Reflecting on your morning practice today and how you feel, and taking that intention you set at the beginning of the practice and spreading it throughout your day and sharing that passion and that love that you felt to people around you. Thank you, everybody. Have an awesome day. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching this video. So please, down in the comments below, let me know how this sequence felt for you. Maybe it helped you like loosen up. Maybe you have a bright intention for the rest of your day and you just feel happy. Let me know how you feel down below. This is my puppy Tacoma. He is a mess. He loves to come on the yoga mat with me. I'm surprised he didn't do it earlier. Don't forget, I'll be doing 2 videos a week, one on Wednesday, one on Saturday. And make sure to follow us on our travels. I'll link the link to our travel channel down below in the comments as well. I hope to see you all next time. Namaste.